Have you ever been stressed at work before? I have some helpful tips that will help you relieve some of your stress you may get while at work. I personally have worked in the business industry for 4 years and I've had my fair share of stressfulness from work. I want everyone to be able to have a less stress at work, and using these tips I have brought for you, I hope to achieve that. Everyone has stressful days at work, but finding new ways to avoid that stress can be very beneficial to our health. According to Webster, the definition of stress is constraining force or influence, such as a state of resulting from a stress. The 6 steps I have brought to help eliminate stress at a workplace are the ones listed below. Step 1, listen to music on your ride home. So really taking the time on our drives home to listen to music and create that distraction we need when leaving from work. A lot of times we find ourselves not listening to music and just listening to the blank space, which causes us to think about things that we might not have finished at work, things that we could have still done, so on and so forth. And really listening to music gives us that time to escape from it, so that by the time we get home, we're not really stressed about work anymore. We've already forgotten about what we might have not done and stuff like that until we get there the next day. So it's a good way to de-stress before getting home. Step 2 is walking to get lunch. So taking the time to get out of the office, getting fresh air, new scenery, it really helps you de-stress and maybe think about the things that might have stressed you out in the beginning of your shift but will not stress you out at the end of your shift because you've already thought about them and came up with maybe a game plan for the rest of your shift. And really getting a new scenery, instead of looking at the same 4 walls all day, getting out and looking at different things will help you not stress as much at work and really focus on what could be happening. Step 3 is to be comfortable. So if we are at work and we're uncomfortable with either the shoes we're wearing, the clothes we're wearing, or we're just not comfortable in the clothes we're wearing, or the environment we're in, it can sometimes cause us to stress about those things. And then once we're already stressing about one thing, we tend to stress about more things at work. So really making sure that when we're at work, we're 100% comfortable with what we're wearing, the shoes we have on, and we're comfortable in ourselves, because it'll cause us to have less stress going on throughout the day. Step number 4 is to be clear on the requirements we have at work. We really want to be able to make sure that we know what's expected of us and we know the deadlines and things like that, to make sure that we're able to not stress about making them on time. So if we know the exact requirements we need, we are able to not stress as much throughout the day. Step number 5 is to eliminate distractions. So really taking all the distractions that we have and eliminate them, whether that be snacking, which I do all the time, coworkers that could distract us, so on and so forth. Really just eliminate them so we have time to focus on all our tasks that we have at work. Usually when we get distracted, we tend to forget about the things we're supposed to be doing, and then that leads it to pile on, and then that causes us to stress at the end of the day. So really eliminating our distractions can help us focus more on the tasks we have and cause us to have less stress throughout the day. Our step 6 and our final step is really just to take a deep breath. Whenever we find ourselves getting stressed, really take the time to breathe in really deep and realize that everything's gonna be okay, we're gonna make it through. And really just taking this step could help us through any stress that we're having. Whenever we start to feel stressed, just really taking a deep breath, assess the situation, and then kind of going in at that. And then, according to verywellmind.com, Americans who are extremely stressed at work are ranged between 29% to 40% of everyone in the workforce. That really shows you that almost half of everyone working is stressed at work. In conclusion, stress at work is more common than we think. Hopefully the 6 tips that I have gave you guys will help when it comes to getting stressed at work. Thank you.